Chinese student wows the British with sky-high rental deal. On February 24th, an unnamed 24-year-old Chinese student rumored to be the daughter of a billionaire made headlines in the UK after she forked out a whopping £3.1 million upfront to secure the 2-year tenancy of Culross House in London. The staggering rental price of the 5-bedroom luxury house in the Mayfair neighborhood of London is Mayfair's most expensive house tenancy ever. The luxury pad, sitting next to Hyde Park, is worth £32 million and will cost the Chinese heiress £1.55 million a year, £130,000 a month, or £4,200 a night, setting a record for the highest London residential rental ever. The Mayfair house will be an extravagant home in the capital for the woman, her boyfriend, housekeeper, and personal security team. According to reports, Culross House was built in 1929 on the site of the former coach house of the Earl of Essex, which initially belonged to the famous Capel family of London before being taken by industrialist Sir Thomas Stepney in the early 19th century. In May 2018, Culross House was listed for sale for £32.5 million, making it one of the most expensive properties in the Mayfair neighborhood and in London. Culross House is a 6-story townhouse with 3 stories above ground and 3 below, and is named after the neighborhood in which it is located. But it's the interior of Culross House that truly makes it a one-of-a-kind property. The 8,051 square foot home includes 5 bedrooms as well as its own cinema, clubroom, swimming pool, spa complex, and a rare garden. It's also equipped with a glass elevator, an Hermes bedroom suite with bedding and accessories from the fashion house, and a marble entrance hall. In order to achieve the perfect effect, the developer K10 Group did a complete renovation of Culross House and skillfully designed the interior to be a celebration of the best of British classic design, with key rooms inspired by famous 5-star hotels and VIP venues from around the world. The furniture throughout the house is bespoke, designed by international interior designers. It took 12 months to build the £1.5 million glass elevator and wraparound staircases. Although the housing agent did not disclose the name of the mysterious Chinese student buyer for privacy reasons, she was confirmed to be from a family that owns real estate, fashion, and IT industries in mainland China and Hong Kong. The agent revealed that the Chinese student first saw Culross House on the Channel 5 Sally Lindsay's Posh Sleepovers program and was immediately captivated by it. In the show, Sally Lindsay gushed over the magnificent dwelling and even took a dip in the pool after enjoying breakfast in the fully equipped kitchen. The rich student also said she wanted to rent a house instead of a flat due to the coronavirus pandemic, and she wanted extra space. Cam Babby, founder and CEO of K10 Group, said, "K10 Group are delighted to have led Culross House to a fantastic VVIP international family as their Mayfair pied-à-terre. We hope the family enjoy living there over the next few years, and we would welcome their stay becoming a try before you buy situation through our unique K10 Creative Finance solution. At £3.1 million, this rental deal is the largest ever paid to rent a new home in Mayfair and is also the largest upfront payment ever made to let a London home." The sky-high rental has once again made the British aware of the pivotal position of Chinese students in the London real estate market. Earlier in November 2018, a similar report swept British media. Chinese student 18 lives in $6.5 million London flat. How parents like hers are fueling a property boom. A recent big data release from the Higher Education Statistics Agency, HESA, for international students found that 35% of all non-EU students in the UK in 2019 to 2020, totaling 408,825, were from China, meaning there were over 143,000 Chinese students in the UK, more than any other overseas country. These 140,000 Chinese students are usually from middle or upper middle class Chinese families, and by Chinese standards are quite well off. However, the likes of this top tenant of London are only a tiny minority. The British media's coverage of these very few money-spinning Chinese students might have been giving ordinary Brits an illusion that the Chinese are generally rich, with their kids typically driving luxury cars, renting luxury homes, and flaunting their wealth in every possible way. In actuality, most of these rich kids are either the children of corrupt Chinese government officials, nicknamed the officiallings, or of powerful business owners who usually have relationships with provincial or state governments in China that are nicknamed the 2G rich, or rich second generation. Based on an official report by China's Beijing University, Communist China has one of the world's highest levels of income inequality. The richest 1% of households own a third of the country's wealth, while the poorest 25% of Chinese households own just 1%. This is a reflection of the corruption rampant in the totalitarian regime. Income inequality across a population is quantified using the Gini coefficient measure. On the Gini scale, inequality is measured from 0 to 1, where 0 represents a perfectly equal society and 1 represents extreme inequality where a single individual controls all the wealth. In 2019, China's Gini coefficient for income was, according to a report from USA Today, 0.51, making it the second worst country in the world, behind only South Africa. According to China's Premier Li Keqiang, China has over 600 million people out of a total of 1.4 billion, whose monthly income is barely 1,000 Chinese yuan, or $140, and this has been further affected by the coronavirus pandemic. China faces a daunting task in slashing absolute poverty. The country still has a vast low-earning population, a very difficult and complex problem to fix. For one, many are insufficiently educated. Scott Rozelle of Stanford University has pointed out that China has in fact one of the least educated labor forces in the middle-income world, with only 3 in 10 having ever attended high school, according to the 2015 national census.